Hey family, how y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Vernon Longhorn Davis. Thank you for being here Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Well, 8 o'clock Central, whatever time it is where you're at, is Messages in the Madness time. I'm just glad that you're here. Appreciate you being here. Hope you've had a great, awesome, fabulous week because guess what? I did. But I say that every week because yeah, I did have a great and awesome, fabulous week. So again, thank y'all for stopping by. Make sure you hit like or love. Share the message. Let people know about what we're doing here because it's a great thing. At least I think it's a great thing. Hey, Miss Coley, good to see you. Tonight's show is called Giving Without Expectations. Okay, so I know you needed to get that, Coleys, but giving without expectation. Let's say the hellos just real quick. Hey, daughter, good to see you. Good to see you. Brother Jim, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in, popping in. Hey, Charlotte, great to see you as well. Thank you very much. I really love and appreciate you guys supporting our show and supporting what we do here. Uh, and I'm overjoyed. I look forward to these Sunday chats that we have. But make sure you hit like, a love, and follow me. Follow us. Hey, Mr. Net, how you doing? Glad to see you made it. But make sure you hit like, a love, and follow us because that's how the show grows, and I really appreciate it. So again, like I say, tonight's show is called Giving Without Expectations, and we're talking about something that will challenge your spirit, expand your heart, and if you truly embrace it, can change your life. What we're talking about is something that's really simple. It's giving without expectations. Now, I know that sounds good on paper, but let's break it down. Let's break it down in a way that really makes it real. Because let's be honest, most of us have been conditioned to believe that giving and getting are two sides of the same coin. We give love, expecting love. I'm going to say that again. We give love, expecting love. We give favors, expecting favors. We even give compliments, hoping for a little validation in return. But if I told you that the purest form of giving comes with no strings attached, you look at me like, didn't really think about that. But that is the purest form. When you can do it with no strings attached, no validation, just giving. There's an illusion of what we call transactional giving. So let's talk about how most people view giving. Most people view giving is a lot of folks see it as a transaction. Like, I scratch your back, now where's my turn? I scratched your back, now yeah, it's your turn to scratch my back. But the problem with transactional giving is that's when the return doesn't come the way we expect it, or worse. We think that we're supposed to get it back the way we gave it. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. Um, yeah. Sometimes it doesn't come at all. And when we don't get what we gave the same way that we gave it, we feel resentment instead of joy. And we should feel joy by being able to give. So think about it. Have you ever done something nice for someone and when they didn't reciprocate, you caught yourself feeling some kind of way? Now, I know I'm guilty of it, but I had to learn a different way to be. I had to learn a different way to think about what has happened or what has transpired. But see, that's because deep down inside, when you was feeling some kind of way, deep down inside, you weren't just giving. You weren't just giving, you were investing with an expectation of return. Let me say that again. You were investing with an expectation of return. And that's real. That's life. That's just being human. But it's also where we get tripped up at because real giving isn't about what we get. It's about what we become when we give freely. Yeah. Hey, baby sis, good to see you. Baby sis says, "Hey, and happy Sunday, brother, dear, and Madness family. Let's get this good message. Don't forget to like, love, and share it." That's right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Miss Cody says, "Giving unconditionally." Hey, Miss Marion, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in, popping in. So, um, yes, giving freely. That's one that's difficult. It's a challenge for even the nicest people because don't get me wrong, it's just human nature to want something in return. It just is. It's how we was raised. It's how, it's what we were taught. So changing our minds and learning to give freely is a learned behavior. It's a learned new behavior. Well, I know some of us been doing it for years, but it wasn't always the way that it was. We tried to teach babies, caring is sharing, share with your brother, share with your sister. And we would do it begrudgingly, but yeah. But see, there's a ripple effect of selfless giving. There really is. And I want you to imagine dropping a pebble into a pond, into a steel pond, look like a sheet of glass. The ripple expands beyond where the pebble lands, and it touches places you can't even see. It makes waves on the other side of the pond beyond your sight because you dropped it right there and those ripples just went out. And like I say, you can't even see how far those waves go out from pebble. And that's what happens when we give selflessly. Yeah. So I know I tell y'all a story or two every week, but years ago, we invited a veteran into the house and his family. And at the time, we didn't have much, but we had a roof, food, and love that we could share, that we can help them with, that we can give freely. We didn't do it for the recognition or future favors. We did it because it was the right thing to do. So fast forward to that night that we've talked about when I was at my lowest battling my own demons, that same veteran unknowingly saved my life just by being there. See, I didn't give expecting anything. We didn't give them a roof over their head expecting anything. But what came back to me was something money or favor could never buy. It's really that simple. And that is the power of giving with no strings attached. You never know how far those ripples will reach. Because he was there for me has allowed me to be there for so many others, and vice versa. So when you start giving without keeping score, a few things happen. It actually transforms you because it's given without expectation. It transforms you. It will transform you. You will become freer. You stop trying, and you stop trying and tying your happiness to other people's reactions or reciprocation. That's my $5 word for the day, reciprocation. You become more grateful. Instead of focusing on what you didn't get, you appreciate the fact that you had something to give in the first place. That's huge. Then you attract better energy. When you give without expectation, you start to attract people in situations that match that same energy of kindness and generosity. I'll take that all day long because you can't buy kindness and generosity. Now, I'm going to give you a few ways to, y'all forgive me. I absolutely, I love spring, but spring is not my friend. Um, There are some practical ways to give freely. Hey, Roger, good to see you. Now let's get into some real life ways to do this, okay? Here, give a one way we could do it is we give a genuine compliment with no need for one in return. Hey, you look great today. They just say thank you very much. Or somebody say, hey man, I love your hat. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. I'll give somebody a compliment. Hey, you know what? Beautiful baby. And just keep walking. Or man, I love your out. I love your sport coat. And just keep on walking. And they, oh, okay, thank you very much. You can't give me nothing back in return, nor am I expecting anything else in return. It's a genuine compliment. Rogers of Boulder. Hey man, that's a nice ball and bag you got there. Um, don't y'all take that the wrong way. Hey man, thank you very much. And he's very proud of his bowling ball and his bowling bag. It's a compliment. Uh, Help someone out without waiting for them to acknowledge it. Just help them. Hold a door for somebody. Offer them a basket at the grocery store. Hey, the other day I was at Aldi's yesterday, and his brother was getting ready to try to get a basket. I'm like, hey man, would you like this basket? He's like, sure. And he tried to hand me the quarter. I'm like, no, we good, thanks. Have a great day. And I walked off. He got the basket. We good. Hey, Miss Ethel, good to see you. But it was just one way of helping someone out without waiting for them to acknowledge it. See, if we waiting around for acknowledgement, then it wasn't done without expectation. Does that make sense? Offer your time to someone who needs it, even if they never say thank you. And I know time is our most precious commodity. It's the thing that we don't know how much of it we have. But when we can offer it to someone, and they don't say thank you, it does kind of feel a little rough, but you did it from the kindness of your heart. That's what makes a big difference. And then you can make a donation to somewhere anonymously. That's the ultimate test of giving without ego. And I had this whole little piece put together about giving giving um, without ego. You'd be surprised how many people don't think that they have an ego, and they do. We do. We all have somewhat um, of an ego, and sometimes that ego needs to be fed. I'll admit it. Um, I'll admit to it. Marion says, I do that at Aldi's all the time and tell them to pass on the blessing. Amen. And that's a wonderful thing to be able to do that. So, hold on one second. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. So here's what I kind of put together about, and I know this is kind of getting beside us, but let me give you this real quick. Giving without an ego. True generosity isn't about recognition. It's about helping because you can, not because you want applause. Giving without ego means offering support with no expectation of return, avoiding conditional, transactional, or self serving altruism. Ego driven giving seeks validation, while selfless giving fosters connection and trust. It creates a ripple effect, inspiring kindness without making others feel indebted. So, to give without ego, we give anonymously, detach from the need for recognition, help where needed, focus on impact, not visibility. Listen first. Listen first. Give what's truly needed, not what makes you feel good. Put a pin in that one. Because a lot of times We do things because it makes us feel good. I'm guilty. I've done it. And I know I'm not the only one. I didn't invent this. So it leads us to the next one. Check your motives. Would you still give if no one knew? That's integrity. What you do when people are, what it is that you do when people are not looking. Do you still do your job and do it accurately when people are not looking? What you do when no one sees you? Would you still do what you did because even when nobody else can see it? That's that ego. And then celebrate giving. So see generosity as a privilege, not an obligation. And again, yes, I'm still talking about ego. Real giving whispers, I see you, not look at me. You hear me? And we'll say that again. Real giving, it whispers, I see you, not look at me. So I had all that wrote out for my show tonight, but I was like, yeah, I'm not going to put it in, but I just can't get away from this. Donate anonymously. That's the ultimate test of giving without ego. And I know ego is huge. And I know our egos are fragile. They're about as fragile as eggs. That's truth. Hey, LK Gibby, thanks for joining us. Hey, Delaney, thanks for joining us. Appreciate y'all tonight. But our egos are very, very, very fragile. So tonight, the takeaway is be the gift. At the end of the day, be the gift. The real secret is this: you are the gift. And I know we've talked about that before. It's not about what you give, it's about who you are when you give. The most generous people aren't always the richest people or the most powerful people in the world. They're not the richest or the most powerful in the room, on your street block, in your apartment building. They're not. They're not always that. They're the people who understand that true abundance comes from sharing, not hoarding, are everyday people like me and you. You are the gift. And if you can understand that, wrap your brain around that, you're gonna be amazing. I don't care how old you are. If you recognize that you are the gift, and it's not about what you give, it's about who you are when you give, man, it's huge. Who are you when you give? So tonight, I challenge you. I know I challenge y'all every week, but I challenge you. Find one way to give with absolutely no expectations. I'm not saying give away your car and your home and your furniture and give. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying find one way to give with absolutely no expectation in return. Say, give a compliment and not expect one in return. Do something and not expect a thank you. Give somebody in need $2 and not be expecting to get that $2 back. Something. Do it not for the reward, not for the recognition, but simply because the world needs more light. And you have the power to shine. You have the power to shine your light, your bright, beautiful light. You have the power to cut through the darkness because, man, right now we are seeing a lot of darkness. We're seeing a lot of things that we have never seen before. And I was watching a podcast the other night, and this particular comic that I respect and admire and even open for him, he dropped a scripture that I hadn't thought about in a long time, and I'm not gonna get into it on here because I know some people are not into the Bible, which is fine, but it's in Timothy. I'll tell you that much. But man, we're seeing some dark times and some dark spaces, and people are looking for light. They need light. They need your light. They may need a hug from you, which is something that you can't give back a hug, but they may need something from you to help them to get through the day. And it may be just your light and you giving without expectation, giving that hug, giving that encouraging word, being a light for them to guide them out of some darkness that they may be traveling through, existing through, wondering. Hey, Brad, good to see you, buddy. So I didn't mean to get deep, but that's the truth. And I'm not, you guys know I don't get into politics on here, so I'm not necessarily talking about politics. I'm just talking about the way the world is right now. Now, I will admit, though, I have noticed that people have been a lot nicer and kinder, and they've been going, I mean, just going out of their way to be good. Now, I don't know what they say when they walk past me for holding the door, or they offer me a basket, or let me cut in line because I'm in a hurry, or whatever the case may be. I take it for what it is. It's a blessing at that moment in time. It's light. And evil and badness cannot exist in light. It just can't. And it makes me smile. It makes me smile to think of the light of positivity. It just makes you feel good all over when you really stop and think about it. And giving without expectation is that light. Yeah. Last night I did a show in Carlinville, Illinois, and I was in the basement of a bar, a very nice bar. His place is really nice. There's a little casino upstairs, and there's a bar in the basement. And at the end of the show, I had three different groups of, I'll say three different people walk up to me and say, "Hey, man, your comedy is great, but I loved your message, or I heard your message, or I received your message." And that part right there was giving without expectation. I came to tell jokes. And yes, I got positive messaging in my comedy. But for somebody to give me the compliment that he gave freely, and I could not give anything back to him but a thank you. And it meant a lot. There was that light. And every time I think about it, I just get warm on the inside, thinking about the light of positivity. And that light of positivity comes from giving without expectation. I need you to be that power. I need you to shine a light for somebody else that may be walking through a dark time. So, hey, Annette, good to see you. She says, sorry, I'm late. Your messages are awesome. Thank you very much. Cody, what you got here? Cody says, I don't even know how many times I have done this, but sometimes when I would go grocery shopping, if I had a cart full of stuff and there was someone in line behind me with just 1 or 2 items like a pack of bologna and some bread, not only would I let that person jump ahead of me in line, but I would also tell them to go get some to drink and not to worry about it. And I expecting nothing in return from them outside of a thank you. That's awesome, Cody, you know what? We need more people like you. We do. And that's awesome that you used to do that. I got myself now. I did get myself jammed up one day. We was going, me and the kids were going through the Arby's drive-through. I love Arby's roast beef sliders, and I told the young lady at the window, "I'm gonna pay for the car behind me." She said, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna pay for the car behind me." And then she told me how much his order was. It was $63 worth of Arby's. He was buying Arby's for the office. And I said, "Well, no," I said, "I'd pay it. So here you go." And I paid the $63 for his Arby's. He goes, "You don't have to do that. You didn't have to." Because I had pulled over to check my order. He got his order. He goes, "You didn't have to do that." I'm like, "I know I didn't have to do that, but something compelled me to do that. I had no expectation. I just did it." And that was just a light. And that's, it's just a light given without expectation. So going forward this week, be a light. Be a light for somebody. First of all, be a light for yourself. Give yourself some love without expectation. And that's my message for tonight, family. So let's keep spreading love and truth and kindness by sharing the message. If you would, hit like a love, tell a friend, bring a friend. Uh, and as I always say, unless somebody else got something else in the chat for me, I love you. God loves you. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Take care of them kids. Respect our vets. This has been another episode of Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Vernon Longhorn Davis. Until next Sunday, God bless y'all. $2.